The importance of translation in learning English. Learning English is a long journey. There are many ways to improve English skills. One of them is translation. Translation is the process of changing words from one language to another. It is a great way to practice and learn new words. When you translate, you read in one language and write in another. This helps you to understand both languages better, and it also improves vocabulary. You learn new words and their meanings. You also see how sentences are structured. Many people think translation is difficult, but with practice, it becomes easier. Beginners can start with simple sentences. For example, the cat is on the table. This is easy to translate. Later, they can try longer and more complex sentences. Translation helps in speaking. When you know the meaning of words, you can use them in conversations. You can also improve writing skills. Writing is important in many situations. Good writing helps in school and work. Translation is also fun. You can translate songs, stories, or news articles. This makes learning interesting. You can learn about different cultures. Many books are in English. By translating them, you can enjoy them in your own language too. A good way to practice is to keep a translation journal. Every day, write a few sentences in your own language. Then translate them into English. This will help you see your progress. You will also understand which words you need to learn more. Sometimes words do not have a direct translation. This is normal. In such cases, you can try to explain the meaning. This helps in thinking in English. Thinking in English is a big step in fluency. Translation also improves listening skills. When you listen to English, try to understand and translate in your mind. This is a good exercise. Watching English movies with subtitles can help. Listen to the words and translate them in your head. Many language learners use translation apps. These apps are helpful but should not be the only method. It is important to try to translate without help first. Then use an app to check your work. This helps in better learning. Reading bilingual books is another good way. These books have English on one page and your language on the other. You can read and compare the two. This helps in understanding sentence structure. Teachers also use translation in class. They ask students to translate sentences. This is a good exercise. It makes students think deeply about words and grammar. Translation is not just about words. It is also about meaning. Some expressions are different in English. For example, in English, people say, "It's raining cats and dogs." This means it is raining heavily. But if you translate it directly, it does not make sense. So understanding expressions is also important. Practice is key. The more you translate, the better you become. Start with easy texts, then try harder ones. Remember, mistakes are part of learning. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Learn from them and keep improving. Translation is a great way to learn and master English. Another benefit of translation is improving pronunciation. When you translate, try to read sentences aloud. This will help you become more comfortable with English sounds. Practicing pronunciation is important for clear communication. Translation can also help with grammar. When you translate a sentence, you see how words change in different tenses. This helps in understanding English grammar rules better. Comparing sentence structures in both languages improves accuracy. One effective method is translating conversations. Take a short dialogue and translate it into your language and back into English. This exercise improves fluency and comprehension. You can also try translating short stories. Choose simple stories in English and rewrite them in your native language. Then translate them back into English. This will test your understanding and memory of English phrases. Another useful technique is translating daily activities. Write about your day in your own language. Then translate it into English. This helps in learning everyday vocabulary and expressions. Using flashcards can also support translation practice. Write a word in your language on one side and its English translation on the other. Test yourself regularly to build a strong vocabulary. To make translation more engaging, you can practice with a friend. Choose a paragraph and translate it separately. Then compare your translations and discuss differences. This is a great way to learn from each other. Translating advertisements and signs is another fun exercise. Look at English ads, menus, or road signs and translate them. This helps in understanding real-life English usage. Songs are also great for translation practice. Pick a song you like, translate the lyrics, and sing along. This improves listening, vocabulary, and pronunciation skills. Another technique is keeping a bilingual diary. Write a few sentences in English every day, then translate them into your language. Over time, you will notice improvements in both languages. Note if you enjoy social media, follow pages that share bilingual content. Read posts in English and try translating them. This makes learning fun and interactive. Lastly, be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time, and translation is a skill that improves gradually. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and enjoy the process. So if you want to improve your English, start translating today. The more you translate, the more confident you will become in your language skills.